Now, when you guys came out, you were really the first and one of the only hip-hop groups to kind of play around with that whole satanic thing of 3-6, 666, and so forth. You know, number one, why did you go that direction? Because in general, you know, most black people were raised in the church, and that's considered really taboo.
Yeah, we was raised in the church.
Yeah.
Juice's dad is a missionary. You know, he traveled to different churches and stuff like that. But yeah, we was raised in the church. But you know, it's just like it was a character. You know, with musicians are characters just like actors are. You know, Robert De Niro what was the name of the movie?
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate. He's not a devil worshiper.
Yeah, but hip hop is viewed a little differently. Hip hop, you're supposed to keep it real.
Hip hop is viewed way different.
Yeah.
Because hip hop artists, you know, most of the time they do or have done what they talk about. You know,
Right.
we did too for the most part. We wasn't devil worshipers, but anything else we talked about, we pretty much did it. But no, we was never devil worshipers, man. You know, it was just a dope name that we came up with, and we was always into dark stuff. Like when I was recording, making all that stuff back in the day, like the early parts, I had a serial killers book that stayed in the studio from Time Life magazine. You remember them back in the day?
Yeah.
They run those late commercials. You could get like the World War III, World War II collection or whatever. And a guy that I used to produce brought that book over to me and gave it to me. And I kept that book. I wish I still had it. I don't know what it's at, but the Serial Killers magazine. So right now in my theater room in my house, I just got like black and white pictures of serial killers all over the walls.
Oh, the actual serial killers.
The actual pictures of all of them. Dave Berkowitz, you know, and all those guys, Richard Ramirez and all that. Yeah.
Oh.
Me and Lord Infamous had a group called the Serial Killers. That was our first project.
Oh, right, I remember that. Yeah.
Our first project. It was a little 3-song little deal.
What's your take on, like, for example, Lil Uzi Vert had like the upside down crosses, and it sort of became a thing for a little while. Like, you know, I think Offset spoke out against it, even though they had a big song together. And like Offset was not feeling that shit at all, and there was a little bit of back and forth. Like,
I was just with Offset.
Okay.
Yeah, like a couple hours ago.
Okay.
Literally here in New York right now.
Okay.
I mean, you know, like I said, it's and you know, hopefully it's a character thing that, you know, he doing or whatever. You know, I don't care regardless because I don't be in another man's business like that. But you know, it's something that I would never do. You know, if that's something that somebody else want to do, then that's fine. That's fine with him. I never met him personally, but I don't think that he's a devil worshiper or against Christ or nothing like that. I don't think that.
But he does.
A lot of times it's just like, you know, it's cool. It's like an image or something, I think.
Right. I mean, because he actually really looks up to Marilyn Manson. They're actually supposed to work on some stuff together. Marilyn Manson really played around with the whole devil worshiping thing.
Marilyn Manson hard the motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. I remember I went to one of his shows once.
Wow. I wish I could have went to one.
Oh yeah, it was such a theatrical thing. Like he started doing this whole like little speech about drugs, and he said, yeah, Jesus Christ did drugs and blah blah, and then he started to perform this song called I Don't Love Drugs, But the Drugs Love Me, and this huge like Vegas sign from behind the stage came up that said drugs. That was the length of the whole stage, and it was like lights. The whole thing, like.
That dude is hard.
Yeah, man. So you never wear an upside down cross?
No, I wouldn't do that.
But you would be in a group called 3-6 Mafia?
Yeah, I mean, 3-6 Mafia, you know, that could be a jersey number.
Right. But 666 is considered the sign of Satan, right?
Yeah, well, that's what they said. That's what they said, but we never met neither one of them, so we don't know what.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think that Satan represented a number or anything like.
Well, no, but 666 is the sign of the beast, or you know, I mean, you obviously know about that.
You know what? That's what they told us, but we don't know that. I don't think, you know, the devil's somewhere throwing sixes up in there, ripping that 6.
So recently, Bun B did an interview.
Yeah, he did.
On Drink Champs.
He did.
Where he said the 3-6 Mafia and UGK were supposed to be a supergroup.
Underground Mafia.
Underground Mafia.
Man, it was going to be hard to motherfucker too. That was the truth. That was going to be the truth. I mean, I wish we could have did that. I don't know why we didn't ever sit our black asses down and do that.
Because I'm going to tell you, just as a fan, my favorite 3-6 Mafia song And my favorite UGK song is Sipping on Some Scissor.
Yeah.
That is a song that I played to death. You know, I had no idea what scissor was. I was a little too young to partake in any of that. But that song was so hard. And the chemistry was so amazing between y'all that when I heard that there was supposed to be a supergroup, I was so disappointed.
Yeah, man, it was. I hate that we never did that. Because every time we did something together, it was magic. Because after Sipping on Scissor, when Pimp C went to prison, rest in peace, Pimp C, my brother, love you. When Pimp C went to prison, he called me from prison. I talked to him like every week when he was in prison. And he said, man, when I get out, he's like, I want you to, I want that beat off that Project Pat song, Choose You, man, because they fucked that record up. They didn't promote that record, so I want that beat. And when he got out of prison, he came to my house in L.A., and we did that song, and it went #1. It was Players Anthem.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
right. With Outkast.
Yeah, we produced that.
Right.
And it went #1 for them.
So what happened to the group?
We never did it. We just never sat down and did it. I don't know why the hell we didn't do it.
I mean, I never even heard the name before, like Underground Mafia. When Bun B said it, that was the first time I'd ever heard it. So you guys planned it out, had the name, everything?
Yeah, we had everything.
But you just never got in the studio to actually do it?
Yeah, we never sat down. Every time we met to do a song, it was always for, one of each other's albums. Yeah, it seemed like. So I don't think we never sat down, because we was all so busy. We never really sat down to do anything in between each other's albums, but because we was touring and all that. So we should have sat our ass down and did it though, for real.
What do you think made Pimp C so special?
His mouth. His mouth. He wouldn't hold it. Pimp C wouldn't hold nothing. Nothing. If he felt some way about you, he was gonna say it. He don't care if it's 30 y'all or whatever, he's gonna say it. Pimp C would talk shit, swallow spit.
I hung out with Pimp C for the first and only time a week before he passed.
He was over my house the day before he passed.
Right, so this must have been a couple days before that. He was in the studio, because me and his manager, Rick Martin, were friends. And we were in the studio, and we were supposed to do an interview, but he didn't have his haircut, so he didn't want to do it. Right?
Yeah, he's so clean.
He always clean, right?
He's clean.
But the one thing I remember is that Pimp C did not stop talking the entire time.
And man, he would talk, and he was funny as hell, man. He would say some of the funniest, realest shit. But he wouldn't even be trying to be funny. He would just be talking some real street shit, but it'd just be funny, his deliverance.
Right. It was story after story. And I'm going to tell you, right, I'm not going to say who he said. This is something I've never said on camera before. And people could do some research and figure out who this is. But he told me this one time, he was hanging out at the club, at the bar, and the wife of a very famous rapper looked at him and said, who the hell does this dude think he is? He 40 or something?
Oh,
he looked at her and said, bitch, if you don't know who I am, you must have been living under a rock. And he threw a handful of money in her face.
Oh, wow. Damn.
But then later on, he became cool with the husband, and he said that he don't think that she remembered it. So he never mentioned nothing again.
You don't have to tell me who that is off camera. Because he done told me a million stories, but he never told me that one.